Hello everyone, I'm Grace. Welcome to my channel, The Blooming Lotus in Paramita. Today we came to the Moraine Lake, one of the most beautiful glacier lakes in Canada. I hope you can enjoy my video and also enjoy the breathtaking scenery here. Today we're going to talk about what traveling means to Buddhism cultivations. From 2,500 years ago, Buddha started his teaching at India and built up sangha group. After that, he often took sangha group to traveling around the India kingdom to visit different countries to spread Buddhism Dharma and accept the offering from lay persons to cultivate the virtue fields for beings as well. According to India and Chinese history, when the famous ancient Chinese monk Xuanzang arrived in India and started his research in Nalanda University, the room he had ever lived in was specially prepared for foreigner visiting scholars. From this point, we can see that how frequently those monks travel and visit different countries or different regions in Tang Dynasty. It's probably 1,500 years ago. In many Zen stories, we can also hear some wandering monks who visited different temples and different countries in their life to polish their samadhi and cultivate Zen. However, as time passes by, people nowadays tend to believe that the wandering and traveling in Buddhism cultivations are just a part of story. We never think about what traveling means to our Buddhism cultivations. For me, myself, I'm a huge fan of traveling, and recently, because of personal reasons, I drove 4,000 kilometers from Toronto, where the economic and cultural center of Canada, to here, Banff in Alberta. On my way, I passed the Great Lakes, Manitoba province, Saskatchewan province. Then eventually I reached here. On my way here, I found that it was pretty interesting. My view of cultivation, my view of life has been changed a bit because of this trip. I became confident and appreciate for what I have now. So I was wondering that when I arrive here, the first video I have to do is about traveling. I have to talk about what does traveling mean to Buddhism cultivations with you. So here I am in the Moraine Lake. We often say that people from different countries, different cultures, and from different regions normally have very different value systems. When we read some sutras or mantras, we find that Buddha's point, how Buddha look at this world, how Buddha get along with the world and people are so unique, are different from most of us. And when we make some progress in our Buddhism cultivations, we tend to find that actually our way to deal with people, to deal with world has been changed. For instance, before if someone slapped you, you probably become furious and say, son of a bastard, I have to fight back. Now, even someone really slapped you, you probably won't be that angry because you understand that everything has its causes and effects. Because you realize that everything has its causes and effects. Hatred, angry are not useful. So you probably will just keep calm and peaceful and let it go by your own way. Why we can make this progress? I believe that's because our daily cultivations, because we keep precepts, because we punished our samadhi by our chanting, our reciting, by dealing with people and our daily life. Then naturally our view of life, our view of the world has been changed. Then the way how we get along with the world, with the people around us has been changed. We become peaceful, calm, and popular. I understand that maybe you want to remind me that, hey, you are talking about traveling means to Buddhism cultivations. But can we just stay at our house chanting and reciting Buddha's name, mantras, and sutras, then become wiser? Well, I will say that's fair. You definitely can become wiser and polish your samadhi by reciting Buddhism sutras and mantras. But we are talking about world outlook. I mean, if someone do not experiences the world, do not see the whole world, how can he or she has a general picture of the whole world? Talking about this, I kind of have to think about something interesting since the COVID-19 has been outbreak everywhere. Some Chinese friends called me and persuaded me go back to China as soon as possible because they believe that China is the safest place in this situation. And Canada will become a mess. But as we can see in my videos, people here, we are enjoy the summer, although there are some inconvenience in our life. We have to wear masks to go public area, but life is not that mess as people saw in China. I didn't mean that my Chinese friends are not right or they should not care about me. What I mean is if you do not step on someone's life, do not to know someone's life, if you do not sit in someone's situation, you may not able to understand their life and their lifestyle. Just like a small village and raised up in that small village told people that, oh, I don't like New York. I think New York won't be better than here. I love here. We will feel what he said is absurd, right? Because the reason he's saying that he doesn't like New York might be he is not brave enough to visit New York. Might be he could not find a decent job to take family to the bakery. So from another perspective, if we are not able to live in somewhere else, to find another corner of the world to live, to experience this life there, we may never have any choice because we may not able to figure out which lifestyle could be suited for us and which environment we would prefer. When we are traveling, we are not only enjoy the views and the sceneries. We also observe people, observe their lifestyles. I remember it was 10 years ago when I was visiting Turkey for my first time. I had a conversation with a lawyer friend on the front steps of Supreme Court of Turkey. We were sitting there, watch people come and go. Then suddenly I had a feel that there are something unique I could not find in China, although both of us have been practicing law for more than 10 years and I had attended Supreme Court before. But something is just special here, and I found I really like here. If it is possible, I would like to move here to experience the life here. From that moment, the world opened a new gate for me, and I was so lucky. I met my Buddhism master who always encouraged us to travel and organized several essential trips for us, which helped me a lot to close to my 100 country target. And this is also the reason why I encourage everyone to travel, to look around the world, because those trips will help you to find a new yourself. Without traveling, it's actually very difficult for us to jump outside or to escape from our original life. Time to time, when at some point, as Buddhists, we often say that jump outside of 3 realms and do not stay in the 5 elements. But think about that, if we cannot even leave at the house, leave our work for 1 week, how can we imagine that we can reborn to the Amitabha Buddha world? It is going to be a long journey and we have to walk through just by ourselves. Then if we cannot escape from the cage of family, of career, how can we attain the enlightenment if we do not want to step out of our comfort zone? So we all know that if we want to perform as well, we should do some exercises. For most Buddhists, jumping outside of 3 realms and escape from the reincarnation are basically our final show of life. So before this show, we need some practice. So how about to try to leave your house and travel alone for 1 week first. Then after that, maybe to try find a new job you loved in a new city, and gradually maybe you can find another country to live for a while to see if you like it, and gradually you will get used to it. More importantly, it can release our attachment to self-ego and to the things that we have, because when we are jumping outside of our previous life, we have to give up something. We have to get used to move to a new place. Then when that day coming, we are about to die and going to another world, our attachment won't drag us here. We won't feel scared. And we understand that it is just about to start a new journey of life, to say goodbye, to down-level ourselves, to embrace a brave new world somewhere else. Lastly, I would like to say traveling is also a procedure of spreading Buddhism Dharma and love. Every one of us have our daily practice, daily homework, right? Our chanting and reciting won't be stopped by traveling. So think about that. In our journeys, how many beings will heard Buddha's name and how many beings will heard Buddha's teaching? Those sounds, Buddha's names and Buddha's teachings planted the Dharma seeds in beings' heart. As long as those seeds planted, it's just about the right timing will they attain their Buddhahood. The importance of planting those seeds could be beyond our imagination. So do not look down upon your travelings. Do not look down upon yourself and your spiritual practicing. Okay, this is our Dharma talk today. Grace, thank you very much for your watching. If you like my videos or like my YouTube channel, please give me a like and subscribe it. I'll see you next week in Banff. Bye.